In 1996, when I was in US, like I traveled, I also was lucky to go to, because of the travel, all paid expenses. I went to Atlanta Olympics. So that was the 100th anniversary of something of the Olympic Games.
Okay.
So took all pictures there also. In that, I went to World Cup basketball finals. There I saw Muhammad Ali, the great. They put back. He had won a gold medal long time ago, but he lost it. Somebody stole it. So he was already sick at that time, But still, they gave him a duplicate medal in front of the world. Generally, there will be 4 sections: open color, open monochrome, then nature, photo travel. Some of them gives 5th section called photojournalism. When we put on social media, Facebook or Insta or whatever, you have 500 friends, let's assume 450 just like it.
Yeah.
So you think your photo is good, but then when you put it in a salon, you will know the real quality of your picture, whether it's good enough or not. It's a self-learning mechanism, self-correcting mechanism. That's the salon thing. More than the distinctions and the awards you get, it's a way to improve yourself.
Guys, you can see these are the images which were clicked by the Venkat sir. And you enjoyed like what kind of variety we have in these pictures. And you are a member of Federation of Indian Photography. Also, you work with the Photography Society of America. So all things we wanted to know. Hello everyone, welcome to our another episode, Lens and Legacy with Amit Vyas. I want to welcome Mr. Venkatesh sir in this new episode. Venkatesh sir, welcome to our podcast channel. Yeah. So sir, we want to know about your journey, how you started your photography career, and then how you become a photographer, where you taught so many persons also you got so many awards, and you are a member of Federation of Indian Photography. Also you work with the Photography Society of America. So all things we wanted to know. So can you please introduce yourself and we can start now.
First of all, thanks to Amit ji for having me here. So glad to share my knowledge and hopefully encourage youngsters too, and already people who are already in photography into this field.
Yes, sir.
So having said that, let me quickly give a short background about myself. I was born in Bangalore and right here, and went to school in Kendra Vidyalaya, Malleshwaram, that one suburb of Bangalore. Kendra Vidyalaya Central School, to me it was one of the greatest schools from cultural activities. Yes. Other than schooling, they teach all aspects of arts, dance, drama, music, etc. So painting and drawing, I liked it in addition to sports. So as in the long run, the painting and drawing, what was taught to us, eventually led me to photography.
Okay.
So that is the brief background. And then second thing is, I had an uncle, an engineer by profession, design engineer in HAL, but his major passion was photography. Okay. So as a kid, I used to watch him do the photography, and one day I showed. Then one fine day he gave me his Yashica SLR, in those days the film camera. Yes. So yeah, so started, we had to be very careful for simple reason that it's very expensive, the film those days, and it had maximum of 36 and there was a 24 reel also. We should have, the first few shots shook, sorry to say. That's the part of learning. I was just 18, 20 that time. Yeah. But as time went by, then I did my engineering. In those days, it took electronics engineering. Okay. I did my project in Indian Institute of Science, which was the best. And then we did something on microprocessor and communication. Okay. So that project photography, I needed a camera, and I used this Yashica in that time. And so that's where my passion thing. I did my guide also. I had to write a journal for that. Yeah. Then after that, once I got to know that, just took some sceneries here there, but in reality didn't do much in photography rather than observing, basic. But then I went to US for doing my masters. in computer engineering. And that time during summer vacation, we used to travel a lot. We had quite a bit of time. So we went all over from the southern part of US where I studied all the way to Washington, DC, north to New York and to Niagara side, Canada. So did lot of road trips. So during that time, everywhere you needed a camera. So so much, USA is big. USA has a lot of things to see. So that is where I started clicking a lot, all on film, of course. And that it gave me a lot of passion towards photography, and my friends taking group pictures. Those days there was no mobiles with selfies, so you had to depend on your cameras, of course. So having said that, then I took up a job, and after that my base was Dallas, but then I worked for a big software company, the fourth biggest in the world at that time. They had their own software products, and I worked as a consultant, senior consultant for their product, supporting them. And that it was a job where I took the flight on Monday morning, worked at the client site, let's say based of Dallas. I went to New York, worked there till Friday, and took a flight back on every Friday. I did that for 7 years.
Oh, great.
So every weekend, either I could come back or stay back in that city. So there was many of the weekends I stayed back. So because of that, I had lot of time to take pictures. Went around. Every city is beautiful. So I traveled a lot on company's time, company's money, of course, and put 1 million miles just on American Airlines. So, and saw East Coast to West Coast. 3 days I did a solo camp at Yellowstone National Park, the world's first national park, and I had a lot of good landscape pictures there. Yes, now looking back, I was lucky that way. So to get all those pictures, but unfortunately they are all in still film. In those days, we didn't really have any.
We can't see exactly right now like how it is looking, and
Very correct.
currently we are using the digital camera, so immediately we can see how it comes like.
Very correct. So it was a challenge, but of course I enjoyed my thing. 3 days alone in those wilderness. It was a beautiful thing. So I traveled all over the country, took pictures, and then eventually my company sent me to Europe on Netherlands and all that on office work. So I was there for 3 months. So I got a chance to go to Rome, go to all the 8-9 countries around on weekends. So of course I lived in Netherlands at that time. So that also, I did a lot of photography there. Passion and luck both came together. All the seasons. Had to keep bringing back all those reels. Now after that, after a few years, I decided to come back to India, to homeland, and sare jagah se acha, So what happened was I came back and started my own software company. So I became an entrepreneur. In 2 companies I started, so was very busy. So for 10 saal I did not do any photography, no passions. Only thing, after 10 years I started 2 passions started together. One is motorcycling. So I bought a second-hand used bullet, which is a reverse gear, the old model purposely. And 2 years after that, I came back to photography. So from office, we all went to Goa. So that was 2014. So that's where I started using my DSLR, my first DSLR. So I really seriously came back in 2014.
Which one was your first DSLR?
Believe it or not, it was Nikon 3100, the most basic model. So, and I forgot to mention, in the meantime, in 1996, when I was in US, like I traveled, I also was lucky to go to, because of the travel, all paid expenses. I went to Atlanta Olympics. So that was the 100th anniversary of something of the Olympic Games. So took all pictures there also. In that, I went to World Cup basketball finals. There I saw Muhammad Ali, the great. They put back, he had won a gold medal long time ago, but he lost it. Somebody stole it. So he was already sick at that time, but still they put back, they gave him a duplicate medal in front of the world. So it was a fantastic thing to have. I still have those shots. So one of the proudest, moments. Now back to India. Then, so in 2014, I started back, like I said, took pictures. It was group pictures, but then slowly I had a lot of learning to do. In 2016, I went to I realized that just clicking it doesn't make sense as much. I need formally to get training.
Correct.
So 2-3 classes, separate classes. One I went to the best of it. Okay, there was in Bangalore itself. There is one. I don't want to name them, but it's a good group. Very IAM MBA person. He started his own company.
Okay.
So I took his classes. So one entire weekend of theory and in Lalbagh right here the practicals, and then he did a wildlife course also in a forest overnight. So I spent some time, about 1 to 2 years, relearning everything in photography. Okay, from the beginning, because what I had done there, it's a very things have technology has changed. Then then all the time, every weekend we had our motorcycle rides. So I used to go with all bunch of friends for 200 kilometers or back to overnight tours. We used to go on bikes 400 kilometers, 500 kilometers, and take pictures there. So that's how practice. So that's the secret of this game. There's no
practice
such
makes a man perfect, and still we are working on that.
Very correct, very correct. So back in 2018, with the same group, I went to Ladakh on a photo tour. Not just in fact, we had a choice: shall we go up to Kardungla on a bike, or we'll go by van, which we had rented. I said, let's go by van. Bike, I'll come back later, because I had my equipment and all with me. It's difficult to do both. You can't do both perfectly. Either you have to do biking or you have to do photography. So took some pictures there, and so got some fantastic landscape shots. Unfortunately, the rain was less. The heat was too much that time. So, and it had not rained too much, so that there was not those nalas, the streams flowing. There were very few. I wish there were more, but that was the year. And of course, got some good shots in Pangong Lake and all that. I still use those pictures for any of the contests and all that. So long story short, then 2018 end, I went to Gir forest, then again Kabini, all these national parks. So wherever I got chance to, of course, entrepreneurship is a challenge. We need to make time for it, but wherever I possible, did a lot of wildlife at that time. Okay, so went to many national parks. India has plenty. So I enjoyed it. Basically, first thing is enjoy what you do, and I try to get good shots. Upgrade my camera. Then in 2018, I also went for full frame. So 4 years of what's the older one? The cropped sensor cameras. Enough. So finally, by end of 2018, I thought I had got some good skills, and I kept practicing. But by 2020, what happened? Unfortunate. Lockdown came, so we were all stuck at home. So when you're stuck at home, what do? We can't go out, as simple as that, for at least for 6 months. So at the same time, I got to know there were online photo contests called Salons, they call, or exhibitions, what PSA calls. So my they encouraged me, friends encouraged me, you can do salons now, sitting at home. Yes. So what all those, in the meantime, in 2018 and 19, I learned Lightroom. So Photoshop, I'm still not so good, I'm still learning, but Lightroom, I really learned it, because everybody, expert said for photographers that is enough. That's a simplified tool. It's good enough. So I went to 2 different classes. One and people said study from YouTube, but me personally, the first thing you should do, first training human interaction. Then once you get that, second time start going
then
to YouTube and all that. So that's my way. Well, I don't know if it's the right way, but I think that's the way to go. In 2019 also, I joined upon recommendation Youth Photographic Society, one of the already it was close to 48 years that time. So well established, on high recommendation, joined it, and I'm still a very active member there. So I mean, they give seminars a month and all that. So there I got to meet real expert photographers. So they give every week, every month once in YPS hall, they give a presentation of their last 2 years or 3 years of photos. So that's inspiring, and there'll be a QA session. So not just self learning, but you have a team around you. That's why these photo clubs exist. So that's where I picked up quite a bit of knowledge. Then in 2020, lockdown started, like I mentioned, and started applying to salons. Okay, the contest. I had to do a lot of processing. The first salon, generally people who know salons, yes, what I'm going to tell now is a repetition. Generally, there'll be 4 sections: open color, open monochrome, then nature, photo travel. Some of them gives 5th section called photojournalism.
Correct.
So we have to correctly put that photo, and there are some rules. In nature, you can't do over processing. You cannot merge. There are so many rules you should know. It should be realistic. You cannot crop. You cannot. You can crop the picture. You cannot replace any objects.
Any objects on that picture.
Yes. So all these things you should know. So I diligently read all that. Started applying. The first salon I participated of 16 pictures. I got 2 acceptances.
Okay.
Then I realized, hey, I thought I was good. Now the truth is coming out, because some independent panel of expert judges start judging it. So then you will know, what your deficiency is, where you have to improve. Maybe you have to go back on the road and get some more pictures. So for the next few months, I started applying for salons once a week, then once in 3 days. It increases the, mostly towards Federation of Indian Photography. I also became a member of Federation of Indian Photography. Then I got by December of 2020, I started, luckily lockdown, little bit they relaxed at that time. So I started going back on tours, eventually went to, in Kerala, Tattekad, a place where you can do birds photography. So I did that. And at the same time, Dr. Sinha, FIP Secretary General, he had come to Bangalore. So over a period of talking, I was offered, they wanted to restart a nature contest. A quarterly nature contest they had. It has nothing to do with salons, but they want to encourage photography in India. So they offered me, do you want to run that for FIP? I said, definitely, I'm very interested. Voluntary work. So I took it up. So January 1st, 2021, it started. All right. From that point, that is going on. Even now I'm the chair of that nature contest. Every quarter since last 5 years, we are running it successfully. Many people get, and we have themes in that. Like one quarter is wildlife, then next quarter is birds, third quarter is macro, and the final quarter is landscape without any human interaction. Man-made element should not be there. Correct. So each of those photographers who are interested can can apply to whatever their strength is. And we got cash awards. First prize is 5,000 rupees and very small entry fee. So this is the way Federation is encouraging photography. So in the meantime, I also started applying for, and since then continuously they also talked about a distinction like a college degree. So you have those distinctions. So in 2021 I got the basic EFIP. They also got from EFIAP, that's the European one, FIAP. I got the EFIP, the artist. So both I got that time. Then every year since then I have not stopped. Then I got EFIP in 2022. Okay, and then EFIAP in 20. Then going further, then the FIP one stopped there. But then last year they introduced again GFIP. So Genius FIP. I again started it in for FIP and reapplied. This year I have applied for GFIP called /Pratham, which is only you have to show 100 awards, only the awards based. It's nice, challenging only to put those. If you get acceptance, no use. So just acceptance, award is acceptance also, but you need to show your awards. So that was very, and within, they have some rules. I don't want to go through all that, but it was challenging. It was a thing. So it takes your photography to the edge. So basically in one sentence, you have to get a good picture, you have to again go back to the road. You have to travel back, get some pictures. Out of 100 shots you take, only 1 or 2 might be top class. So so that's the thing. So back to the salons, what it is, when we put on social media, Facebook or Insta or whatever, you have 500 friends, let's assume 450 just like it. So you think your photo is good, but then when you put it in a salon, you will know the real quality of your picture, whether it's good enough or not. It's a self-learning mechanism, self-correcting mechanism. That's the salon thing. More than the distinctions and the awards you get, it's a way to improve yourself. Okay. Now, I also became a member of Photographic Society of America, PSA, in September 2020. And after that, have been applying to their salons also. Consistently in 2021, I got many of their distinctions. That is, started with QPSA, basic one, then PPSA, which requires close to 280 acceptances. Then EPSA, I all did in the same year.
Okay.
EPSA is 700 acceptances.
Okay.
So I kept doing. Then by 2022 end, I finished my Grandmaster.
Oh, great.
Before that, I finished my masters, of course. In that, Grandmaster requires 3,000 acceptances through the star system.
Yes.
Okay, so then in 2023 end, I finished my Grandmaster Bronze. 24. I wanted to finish by December. It was not possible. It was tough. They tightened the rules where 35% acceptance, they made it 30%.
Yes.
So so in April this year, I finished my GMPSA / silver.
Great, great.
So now I'm aiming for, hopefully, I don't know, it may take a year, 6 months to 1 year, GMPSA / Grandmaster of PSA / gold.
Great.
So this is about the distinction side. So in the meantime, 3 years, I did lot of, let's say, once the lockdown went off, other than wildlife, my primary hobby, I once went to Masai Mara in 22. I hadn't been to foreign for a long time for do wildlife. So I went there and got some good shots. I did it alone, believe it or not in a group.
Yeah.
So it was beautiful. So then again, last year, once in 2 years average, I'm hoping to do that. Last year I went for Masai Mara again, this time with FIP organized tour.
Okay.
Yeah. So got some good shots, which are useful. To begin with, our lifestyle is nature is very important to, in my opinion, of course, to conserve it and also to protect them, so that whatever we pay those fees, we believe they protect the forests and all that. So that is one. And secondly, the pictures also help for our improvement in salons also. So it's overall, being in forest gives joy.
Correct.
So that's the summary of it. Now, as time went by, I have also started doing some voluntary work. So in PSA currently, one led to, in 2023, I was offered, there is something called inter-club competitions, club to club, all over the world. I was given the director for photo travel. So I run, even now I run, there'll be 3 contests per year. Okay, so round 1, round 2, round 3.
Yes.
So then finally the 4th one is best of the best. So I invite the best judges from the world and they evaluate it.
Yeah.
So that I'm continuing to. In addition to that, I was also offered exhibition recognition director. It means that anybody applies for salons, we have to evaluate. Somebody has to approve that, whether it's and if there are corrections, send it back to them. So that requires time and it's patience to do or go through all the paperwork. Definitely. But I'm doing that also. In addition to that, they gave me a couple of other roles. They also made me the 2nd vice chair of photo travel worldwide for PSA.
Great.
So then this year they gave me 2 additional roles, a lot of voluntary, I think. One is the coordinator for websites. See, all the salon organizers, they create their own website for the exhibition. But then we have to see, my job is to ensure that it's compliant. It's they maintain the rules, they maintain all that. And last is something called EDAS coordinator. It means that once the salon results are given, it goes to the PSA database. So some of them don't reach it. There'll be grievances, there'll be things. Sometimes the salon, there'll be thousands of salons going on per year. So there'll be issues there. Okay, sometimes human error, sometimes. So whenever any complaints such come, I would coordinate and make it smoothened out, all those issues. So those are the 5 roles currently I'm doing in PSA also.
Great, great.
Yeah, so basically I enjoy my photographic journey. More to talk, but let me give you...
Sure. So we want to know about the wildlife photography and how it helps in nature conservation and all.
That's a good question. In fact, see, what happened was originally, in few years I've been seeing this again and again. See, whenever the unfortunate truth, if there are no guards there, if there are poaching happens. So already they're so-called in the 6th mass extinction event. That's what ecologists say. where since 1970 to today, 50% of wildlife have been decimated. One, primarily due to poaching. In addition to that, human population is increasing so much. We are eating away the forests. We are taking the forests and making their space lesser and lesser.
Correct.
So that is very sad, but we have to do something. We can't control the population. So at least what we can do is, government is, or many governments are trying for that, but that's something besides the point. But what we do right now is, like when you go on a wildlife tour, they charge those entrance fee, and this is a steep increase. We have noticed that. Well, they say it's for the good. They employ more guards there. They employ more protection, and some wild animals are injured. Let's say they send their veterinary team inside to fix them. So all those are required to ensure that the animals are healthier. Some in Africa, they said they don't interfere much unless it's really necessary. But injured, stuck baby elephants happens, so mom can't rescue them. So then these people go there, and so for that you need some finance, right? So who gives all that? Government support to a certain extent, but people, NGOs also give that. But the reality of the situation is, we, as you and me, like citizens of the world, we have to do our part there.
Yes, sir.
By going to those safaris if you can, and indirectly you're supporting the ecosystem.
Correct.
All right, so I enjoy that. And secondly, just going to the forest, those cool breeze and that coming, and it may be a hot day, 50 degrees temperature in summer in Indian forests, but still you feel that cool air going through. I don't know how, when the jeep goes by, because the forest generates so much oxygen. So you feel your chest gets filled with that. So back to land of our ancestors. At the end of the day, 10,000 years ago, we were all in forests, our ancestors. So going back to the roots, we can say. So I enjoy being there. So the answer to your question is, whatever we do, some of good friends of mine, they have left their jobs, taken sabbatical leave for 6 months, gone to forests, stayed there, observed them. And some of them have picked up those animal traps. They do weekend surveys. There's so many traps out there, they remove that. So whatever way you can. All right. So do your best to support the environment, keep it clean also. They have put trash cans here, there, so that we don't leave the plastics, those things. In Ladakh forest, there's that national park on the top also. Hemis National Park. So keep it clean. So whatever you can, every one of us have to contribute towards it.
And sir, how much it is difficult to have a wildlife photography?
See, one or two things there. First of all, you need good equipment. See, there is no way, you need to invest a lot on good cameras and long lenses, those. So that is not cheap. So that is, and then if you go too close, the animal runs away. Point number one. And point number two, unfortunately, nobody's fault, Indians' forests are thick. So it's a lot of trees, which are good, but from a photographer's perspective, you have a very less chance of getting a good picture, because the animal runs away into the trees. You can't chase it. And what I was told, the guides there said only about 20 to 25% of the forest they have exposed to public. Rest of that, the real thing, they have kept it for the animals, which is good. But I'm telling purely from a photographer's perspective, that becomes a challenge for us. Because if you see two tigers either fighting, or some say cubs playing, you are so lucky. You are so lucky to get that shot. And I asked my guide. In fact, I was there in EFIAP convention. EFIAP came to India, their annual congress last November. I was a volunteer for that on behalf of FIP along with others. And they made me the coordinator also for some part of it. About there were 250 delegates. About 15 delegates came to Tadoba National Park. So I was the coordinator for that also. So in that place, the guide there, I asked him, the jeep, there'll be a driver, there'll be a guide. I asked him, have you seen animal fights? He said 2 years ago, I saw one tiger fight. So that stunned me. See, he is a professional. He does every day jeep safari. So he himself
Yes.
Once in 2 years, if he
2 years.
sees, then imagine a common man, you go there once a year
Yeah.
for 4 safaris or 6 safaris or 8 max. So how can you expect, to see that? So you should be so lucky. Same thing with mating. So you should see all this, and hunting, fighting, these things are all you can see a tiger. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
just, they'll be walking around sometimes with cubs. That's a big thing. We keep clicking, but the real action is a challenge in Indian forests.
Yeah.
Whereas same thing in African forests. See, it is savannas there. Nature has made it. It seems long time ago there were forests, but last 1,000,000 years ago it's all grasslands. So in that grass, everywhere it's open.
Yes.
So for miles together you see one tree somewhere.
Yeah.
So and then that's where we have our lunch spot. Run in that, stand in below a tree. 2-3 jeeps will have lunch and go back to the safari. So so that is one advantage you have in Africa, where it's so wide, so miles together of emptiness, just grass. So you can see the animals hunt. You can see, if, as long as you have a powerful lens, you can see it all. So one major advantage is there. So that these are the challenges. That's why everybody goes to Tanzania, Kenya, and other South Africa, Botswana. So you have various types of environments there, landscapes, but still animals are about the same. So you have a good chance of getting pictures there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing about the nature thoughts. Now we will come into other topics like I know you are doing travel photography also. You have done the tribe photography also. So how much that experience how was that experience different from wildlife photography to doing travel photography and tribal photography and others?
Oh, that's a very good question, and I enjoy answering that. It's completely different ocean, you can say, because here you're going to a tribal land. You have to take permissions before, and you go deep in forest. Chhattisgarh, 2-3. This year I did 2 trips to Chhattisgarh. Last year once, and year before that, year before. So average once a year to twice a year, and different tribes. There are multiple tribes. Some of the tribes are so difficult to reach, which is good. The government is protecting them. We need to give our Aadhaar card 2 months in advance to get permission. It's that strict. Okay, so that we don't disturb their environment or we don't do anything for them. They are happy to lead their way of life they were doing. Okay, and so many of them are on top of mountains. And luckily there are some intermediate guides. Okay, so these people know their languages. So they talk to them, they let them know in advance that we are coming. So they do tribal dance for us, and good photography or videography too. We observe their way of life. So it is so different from city life. That much I can tell you. How different. But another thing which I want to say is that it's a little risky too. Because some of the tribes, they don't like us. I mean, they don't want any interference. We clipping, and then some of them keep asking, give me money, give me money. Anything you do, they keep asking money. Well, we have paid the guide, of course. We went on a package tour, let's say, you can say. But still, how much to give the money? So these things we should be ready. First time it was what's going on, but as you keep doing, each tribe is so different. We write. I have written so many articles on them in various journals and all that. So you have to be. It's a new experience. You have to be ready for any negativity, some which comes through, and some risks also. Like when we went that time, there was some fight between some of this, you can't say tribals, but those people who are in the forest. I don't want to talk about it. And the police had a clash. So they were removing each car and everything you have. So checked, repeated. In one road, there is one road there, about 50 kilometers, 5 checkings. So how much, if you... So these risks are there. I mean, the police, they are doing for their own safety, and with CRPF and all, which is good, and to protect us also, civilians. But at the same time, some say these tribals are associated with Naxalites, some part of it, not everybody. So those Naxals are causing trouble, so etc. So you have to be careful. Go with a good guide who has all those contacts and all that. So these are two different aspects again. Okay, so some of the tribes also, you see, just for us. I don't want to say this, but the truth is, they pose just for us. Sometimes they put on this clothes, you say, but then you see them, once we leave, They are wearing regular pant shirt or not their tribal dress, and they go to government has given them good schools there, which is very good.
Very good.
But at least it's some of it is posing. You should realize only the elderly people there, they maintain that tradition. The youngsters, they just for money's sake, they pose for you, and then they go to a school. And one of very old tribal, they spoke in English to me.
Oh, great.
I said, how do you know this? How do you know Hindi also? Because they have their own language. They said, we went to school, they taught us English. When I say thank you, they said, you're welcome. Perfect English.
Yeah, great.
A tribal lady. So, so tribals are not what we think they are. You should remember.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
And sir, which one is your best photography till day, and you like the most?
So it's a very difficult question to answer. See, the what is best is if the picture comes out well.
So we like our favorite pictures also.
So some hard, nature I enjoy it. Travel, I cross the line where like a tourist take pictures of buildings. No, it doesn't make sense because crowds. But the same travel photography, if you go very early in the morning with sunrise on a building, just taking a building doesn't excite me. Before anybody goes, especially old temples and all that, classic traditional temples, when the sun rays falls on that, slightly you see that reddish color. It's a beauty. Nobody is there. Then it gives joy to us, and you will get a beautiful shot.
Correct.
So lighting is everything in photography. Photo means itself the Greek word for Latin for lighting. So everything is lighting there. Early morning, late evening is the ultimate time. So that gives a joy. But among the crowds, see, I went to 2 years consecutively. I went to Holi, Barsana Holi, that Mathura Holi. Nandagaon is best, where they have in that afternoon you have to go there early morning and sit. The turn will come in the afternoon. The 2022 I went, 2023 I went. We get beautiful Holi celebrations from the rooftop. They allow that if you are a professional photographer. And then last year they introduced some small fee also to that's good to remove the people who don't want to pay. But what happens if you're standing there from the rooftop trying to take a picture? People push you so much. See, we went 5-6 hours in advance. They want our spot. So it's like push pull, survival of the fittest. Very dangerous to us, because if they unfortunately in that crowd 1 or 2 deaths happen every year, I was told. Lakhs of people there, stampede and all. So you have to be very careful trying to take pictures. But at the end of the day, if a picture comes, the joy is something else, where from the rooftop you are getting the holy color shots. So many festivals in India that way. Many have colorful festivals like this. I've been to Jejuri near Pune. That is a beautiful place. I've been there. And Maskoba, again 50 kilometers from Pune. So 2 places, Veer Maskoba it's called. Somewhere in February time they put red. So that's also another celebration. So many such celebrations, I keep going there. And in Karnataka also we have very good things. Rajasthan, of course, Pushkar. 2 years I went back to back. The desert festival. So each has its own unique beauty.
Correct, sir.
So what is your taste? What is it? You have to look for it and go for it. And the hidden behind that is, of course, if you participate in salons, the advantage that is, all these pictures are not just for clicking and keeping it aside.
Correct.
You can use them in that. So that also your mind starts going, which angle to take, which to take. You start moving around, and the composition and the photography techniques, the 30 important rules of composition, all that start coming to you in your mind. So there are some photography, you can say, in my opinion, is an extension of painting. So in painting they created some rules of composition. So the 1/3 rule, for example, then the leading lines. Many who are in photography, they know that. Where did all that come from? That came from paintings. So we incorporated it, and those rules are useful, very useful. So those are the different. Of course, the joke is, which is followed, learn it all and break it wherever you require. So
our audience also want to know about the composition as we were talking.
Uh-huh.
Can you please let them know some of the composition rules
Yes.
which they need to follow while doing the photography?
Very good. Yes, this rules of composition, I mean, it's extensive subject. I can talk here for the whole day,
Yeah.
but I'll give one or two tiny examples so that
Yes.
because all this information is widely available
Yes.
on the web, on the internet, so it's not really rocket science. You have to sit there and study that. But let's start with one rule, one third rule. What is this one third rule? There is a person, let's say, walking across there. Okay, what you do is your camera only gives that feature. You take that frame and split it into 9 grid. Put a grid there, so 9 boxes. If the person is walking from left to right, you set him, you compose him so that he is in the vertical second grid. Okay, there are 2 vertical lines.
Yes.
So there should be more of leading space and less space at the background. That is, in your, as a photographer, to compose that.
Correct.
So human psychology has said that people are more attracted to see that picture than him in the center of a frame. In a tourist regular who is learning photography just puts everything as much as possible in the center.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So keep it in such a way that it is in 1/3, wherever possible. Follow it. There are now the reverse of it. If he is walking this way, keep him in the left 1/3. Similarly, don't keep a lion hunting exactly, chasing in the center. Keep it in the bottom 1/3 so that the sky is also little visible if possible. Yeah. So these things increase the joy to the viewer. So your photo should be enjoyed by the. So these are the things where, of course, even if you keep in center, the picture you got it's the same. But these things make us the viewer. He thinks, yes, it's the right picture, because we are used to seeing in movies. In movies, they follow all that. We don't notice it.
Yeah.
Okay, so those guys are good. I mean, they every scene they're employing the rules of composition there also wherever possible. At the same time, let's say I take your picture. You're sitting on a chair, looking straight into the camera. Keep it in center. There, this 1/3 may not be effective.
Correct.
So you should know where to use what. That is one thing. Now, second thing is leading lines. You see a building there far away. Instead of taking that, you go to the road, and 1/3 the curved, keep that road also along with it, so that the road edge, the footpath path leads to the building.
Yes.
So that is called the leading line. So that adds value to your picture. It makes the picture more beautiful and more sellable. And so these are some of the rules. I just covered it. It's an ocean. So I don't want to go through that.
Thanks for discussing this. Apart from this, we guys, you can see these are the images which were clicked by the Venkat sir, and you enjoyed like what kind of variety we have in these pictures. So sir, apart from these images, do you have anything else wanted, like your dream photo which you want to click till now, or you thought like, have you ever seen in the salons, I want exactly this photo to be mine? So can you please explain that? Okay, 2 things which I am still missing. It's one of the thing is, see, I have not traveled to far away to North Pole. Okay, there in summer, those green lines which come up. Okay, so that is nothing but in those locations. What happens is the magnetic field. If it works with our environment, or what is that called? I'm not getting that word. So it interacts that. So those things I want to do, but it's not rocket science. We have to go there. I'm not able to find time, and it's an expensive thing also. So certain things which you have to go to travel. I mean, Antarctica is everybody's dream. Seeing those penguins, those things. I mean, penguins are thousands, millions are there. Just go there. But you have to spend some 20-30 lakhs. So these are the hard ones. The other one is there are so many festivals out there. Beautiful shots you get. Okay, getting there is a challenge. Okay, the crowds are so much, the right angle, right thing. So putting your life in risk, you are sometimes entering that those things. And I have not photographed a volcano, live volcano.
They say so that many of my friends have done it.
Yes.
So I am also in US. I was a scuba diver, but I got certified also that time.
Okay.
So, but I am not with the camera. I have not done that with the camera. I have just gone as a, you can't do everything. So one day I wish I go back to deep in the ocean and take some more pictures. There are certain things, niche things, and simple thing. I have seen lion, a cheetah chase, cheetah fight, all that I have got it luckily. So, but many of the wildlife things I haven't still. There's no end. It's a beautiful thing, this photography.
Yes.
But one other thing which I can do it, I have not been able to sit on that, is merging of pictures.
Okay.
See, in open color section or some things, you have a picture, you take a picture of a man walking there, a tribal person, but it's a cloudy day. You also separately have taken a landscape picture of a sunny, beautiful day with clouds scattered around. Why not take from here and merge it? And so like you can do multi compositions, the merging of pictures, okay, and finally produce a beautiful picture, which is not one picture, composite picture it is called, okay. Somehow, many of my friends do that, good photographers, they mix some. There is a friend in Italy, a friend of mine, he merges 18 pictures, 18 separate his own pictures and makes one beautiful, wins many awards. It requires lot of time, it has to perfectly sit there, but some people enjoy that, hours and hours and hours you have to spend on Photoshop. So that is more of a creative side of photography, but that point, to me, I am more a purist. So
So sir, how much it is difficult to manage your all photography records? Like, while you told like you have so many distinctions, honors, for that we have to maintain our records of the awards, acceptance and all. So how much it is difficult, because it is very time taking, and still I am also not able to take all those records as of now.
Correct.
But how it is difficult and how you are managing those?
See, this becomes a big thing. You are right, and many of them give up because how to maintain it. It's a challenge. See, in fact, let's say you want to apply to a salon, a circuit which consists of 6 salons together, for example. It takes 30 minutes for you to upload those pictures, all inclusive, registering, then choosing the right photos and all that. But once the results come, it takes about 70 to 80 minutes to document it in the Excel spreadsheet fully.
Yes, correct.
It's a full-time job, that way it becomes. So weekends, late night. So, or every day for 1 hour, my recommendation is 1 to 1.5 hours per day, keep for photography. Just photography does not necessarily mean going out and taking pictures. That is always there. That is a fundamental. This back-end work, what you call. So you have to dedicate it. So in a sense, instead of flipping channels in front of TV, cut that, and so readjust your time. That's the only way you can do it. Once you take up a goal, you have to reach that goal. Reaching a grandmaster, in just like chess grandmaster, everybody looks at him. Similarly, you have photography grandmaster. Among photographers, people like it. Non-photographers may not know about it, but to reach that, you have to make some sacrifices. No shortcuts.
Correct.
No shortcuts. That's the thing. If you ask a grandmaster in chess, man, did you go to park? Did you enjoy? Did you go to movie? He has no answer, because 3-4 hours a day he practices chess.
Yes, correct.
When you keep a goal, you have to do personal sacrifices. There is no other way. So unless you have somebody to do it for you, but what guarantee is there that he or she does not mess up, all your acceptances?
Correct.
So, but there is a silver lining to dark cloud here. They are saying that now many of the organizations, bodies, PSA, FIP, especially EFIAP and all, they are automating it. Once anyway, they have the database of all your, there are two things. Your results are put on their database, which I said, okay. Why not they share it as it is with the participants?
Correct.
Why what they're doing currently is, when you have to fill up Excel spreadsheets, like painstakingly document it all and send it to them. They'll verify with their database. If any issues are there, they'll send it back. You have to correct it. Sometimes the correction goes 3-4 rounds. Not your fault. Sometimes human error, we make mistakes. Sometimes, like I told before, the organizers who submit the results, they submit it wrong sometimes.
Yes.
So all these verifications will go on. So from that point of view, back and forth communication. So they have a database which they are writing extra software to share with. Remember, the entire all these photography organizations like PSA, FIAP, FIP, and many others, GPU, they are good ones. cMoL, Master of Light. They are all volunteers.
Yes.
Most of them. So 99% are run by people who don't take any salary for it.
Correct.
They do it for passion. They want to encourage photography. They sit and do all this. I don't want to use the word clerical work. Many of them do it just to keep the field alive. There are so many people are working at the background for you. So you have to utilize that. Thank them and then do that. So they are planning to share that, and they have to. Somebody has to. Why I told this is they have to write some new software so that is given. I mean, we can get as a participant get access to it. A few years they are saying already the mindset is there. Some of them are working on it. Maybe in I don't know. I just want a wild guess, 2 to 4 years time frame. It will be available. Then our work becomes simpler. Instead of manually documenting, it's all there on the system. But till then, we have to keep track of all our records because there are so many rules. For example, I know I'm maybe giving extra information, but in PSA, for example, the first level is *1 to *5. After *5, you cannot use any of those photos, the titles they call, any of those titles in the next level called galaxies. Galaxy application. So you have to retire all these old photos. So you have to start with why are they doing this? They want to encourage new pictures.
Correct.
They want you to take up the new challenge. And that new picture has to be good enough to get acceptance, because in most salons all these bodies give 30% acceptance rate. It means that, let us say in a contest or salon there are 100 pictures. There will be much more, but I'm just example. Out of those 100, only 30 is given acceptance. It's like saying 30% is a not pass acceptance mark. So 70% chance that your photo will be rejected.
Correct.
So why? Now if you are lucky, sometimes you see a good photo being rejected. You will say the judges were not good, and people may say that, but the truth is some luck also is involved, because the competition in that salon was much higher.
Correct.
If they have all the 30 photos better than yours, what can they do? Your photo, which won an award in the previous salon, got rejected in this salon.
Correct.
So that's the game. You have to learn that.
Possible, yeah.
So you have to don't lose your hopes. Keep up that yes, this photo I know it's good. This salon I may not get acceptance. Next salon I may not get acceptance. Third salon I will definitely and I will do well. And what I do is when photo gets rejected, I don't simply blindly apply to the next salon. I see the marks given. See, every time they declare how many out of 15 points, how many points I got. See, the minimum acceptance mark, let's say, is 12. I got 11. I said, okay, I don't bother much, because I can apply to the next salon, the same picture. But if I get 8 or 9, or if I get 7 also, marks out of 15, I have to scratch my head and say, are the judges wrong, or is my picture of poor quality?
Okay.
So I go back to the drawing board, re-evaluate my picture. Anyway, I always have the raw file. I want to mention that if you take in raw, best to take in raw and keep the original raw file, never lose it. Because any verification they'll ask, show me and all definitely. That. So now I go back to the raw file and recompose it in Lightroom or Photoshop, whatever, so that maybe my cropping was wrong. Maybe I overcropped, I undercropped. I'm showing more than required. So I reprocess it.
Okay.
So that time, don't just accept the fact that you are given 7 marks out of 15. Go back and spend some time and use your intelligence and knowledge to ensure that you do again reprocessing and put it back to the next salon after cleaning it up. So
the last thing, what message you want to give to our youth who being a photographer, and how they can start their journey into this photography field?
Yes, see, photography is a relatively new field. Let's put it that way. It started in 1834, 1836. That was the first. So whereas paintings, for example, are there since thousands of years. Cave paintings existed.
Correct.
All right. now it is a beautiful field to be in. Okay, so like I already told you, have to go out there, buy a camera. Don't fall for the uh, false thing that you need a very high end camera. You don't. For most of the photos, even a mobile camera is good enough, as long as you don't damage or you don't do anything to the original. When you want to process a photo, keep the original aside, take a backup, keep it, because somebody asks, you can keep it. Make a copy of it and then process it. Post processing, what we call. So photography is one of those passionate things where keep your mind, learn the rules, learn where to break it, and use it as and when you require. Street photography is free, it's cheap, you can go walk on the road, but don't offend the guy, he'll say, why are you taking my picture? You be careful. So as long as you are within the boundaries, when you go to wildlife, don't run, don't get down from the jeep.
Yes.
So don't put yourself in trouble, danger, or put anything. So there are certain rules to be followed. As long as the rules are there, and avoid harsh lighting. So the number one, what people, youngsters, think is they need very high end equipment. The truth is, most 90% of the pictures, whatever equipment you have, is enough.
Yes.
Point number one. And remember, I will tell it in the end again, or thing, it is not a camera which gives you a picture or the best lens. It is a person behind the camera.
Behind the, sir, our tagline is also story behind the lens.
Very nice.
That's what we have given.
Yes.
Like guys, you can understand the things, how we have to click the photo, what are the rules we have to take care, and then we can capture the images.
Very correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir. Hope I have like you like our podcast, this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for coming in our
namaste, and good luck to all youngsters and everybody watching this.
Yeah.
Anytime you can also contact me, and I will be glad to share whatever knowledge I have with you all.
So, sir, where they can contact you? Can you please tell them like where they can see your work, and also they can contact you?
Okay, I will with the pictures, I'll share all those details, so they can get in touch with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any Instagram account?
Yes, I do. I will share that.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to Lens and Legacy with Amit Vyas.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Namaste.